Welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universe of Chinese. Today's body part is foot, the whole foot. Okay, as an English learner, not a native speaker, that it took me some time to figure out how to pronounce foot, foot versus food. This both are double O's in there, but one is shorter, one is longer. Anyways, that's English. My struggle with learning English until today, I'm not 100% nailing the pronunciation, but I appreciate your patience listening to my non-standard English pronunciations, but talking about Chinese. Okay, this is my specialty. Chinese, foot, 族. Well, that sounds like English. Okay, 族, that's Chinese pronunciation. 族 means foot, and it looks the same, simplified, traditional, even 2,000 years ago in the script, Chinese character. It looks the same. We talked about yesterday how toe, the toes Chinese eventually got this foot symbol, original foot symbol, with all three toes in there, with the arch or the sole of your foot. This is a full foot representation in there already, but we add a kneecap on top of it to mean this is the functional foot that could be mobile. So eventually, any not footwear, but anything related to your using your foot to go somewhere, to run, to jump, everything related to the lower limbs of yours is going to be this radical. So yesterday's character, somebody add the whole foot image plus the kneecap next to the whole foot image to mean toe. So in that sense, it's really duplicated, double duplicated. But I guess that's this double dipping of the same imagery in this one character to mean it's the foot body part, the part of the foot that's used to stop you on the ground to mean the toe. So it's referring back and out and back to what it originally means and then kind of zoom in to look at your toes, individual toes instead of foot, even if it start with the whole foot imagery. Okay, so today's foot symbol, 足, make into a whole nother different set of characters and actually carry some additional meaningful semantics of this character. It's beyond the toe, because toe, yes, we can make it into 趾高气扬, talks about somebody's arrogant air by having your foot propped up in air, so ungrounded. But here, this is 足 in 知足常乐. This 足 eventually made into the expression of 满足, like a full, fill the cup, fill to the brim, that's 满, and the 足 means stop right there. That's perfect. You don't need to go even further. So in contemporary English world, we learn that to be content, to be have a good gauge on what to desire, how much you desire. You don't want to have a boundless desire, right? That becomes greed, and that's the trouble of unhappiness, according to some theorists. Okay, so this 知足, no, 知足常乐, this expression is a Chinese way to tell you right there that you know when to stop. So kind of control what you want, and that's the way that you can often enjoy something. Enjoy life, that's a general statement. But in any arena, say if you enjoy drinking, you know when to stop. That way you can enjoy it without harming yourself. So Chinese golden rule, 中庸之道, this golden rule is about knowing when to stop. Do something in modesty. And I guess that's Eastern, Western people long before us, ancestors, they have long known this rule that um, on both ends, right? The minimum, maximum. The optimal place is not on either ends. You don't want to go bipolar by each of the polar. You want to stop. When to stop is at the right moment to stop. So just imagine the bell curve. I guess that's a mathematician's contribution to almost our philosophical understanding of how we operate. There is a maximum, or not maximum, there is optimum state of being, which is not at either ends. You stop right there at the optimal place, which is somewhere in the middle. It doesn't mean 0.5, okay? It doesn't mean the middle, but somewhere. Then that's when you can enjoy it often or often enjoy by not going to the extreme, just going to the right place when you know that's the moment to stop. So that's 知足常乐 and 足不出户. Okay, that is about food. And when we talk about 足不出户, hu is a single panel door. And we talk about the food, not outdoor. When we talk about food, it actually is a human behavior. Whose food? It's our food. And it talks about somebody who is so, what's today's word? Somebody who is so domesticated. They choose not to get out of their own door. So not out to nature, not out to the public place to meet with people. They are recluse. They are hermit. They don't want to mingle with people. They don't want social life. They don't want any kind of life outside their door. So that's 足不出户. Chinese do have such a expression to express such a choice or preference of a certain percentage of the population. Not saying it's bad, it's just it's normal among certain people's behavior. They choose not to do that, not to get out of the door. Okay, 知足常乐 we just talk about 画蛇添足 here. This 足 also about food, and apparently it's not human food anymore. Here we talk about draw a snake. Snake is, we all know, they don't have any food. They don't walk and they slither. So their whole body is a big spine that can be used to, I guess, wiggle their way around the world without using foot. So when you draw a snake and you draw food to it, one, it's not necessary because snakes don't need food to walk through space. I have to use walk, but they don't walk. They slither through the space. And two, it's untruth. It's not a faithful representation of what snake actually is. So when we use 画蛇添足 on somebody's work, it's almost like you make extra efforts to do something, but it's counterproductive. In fact, by doing this additional work, it's not only unnecessary, it's also false. You are putting something in there that's a deviate from the perfect state, which is after you draw the full snake without a foot, it's a footless snake. That's the right snake. But you decide to go further, add something more to it, which blemish and disqualify the whole work of yours. So Chinese create this expression to tell, and all the young students know about expression to tell that you know when to stop. Almost like a 知足常乐. You know when to stop. When you complete the work, complete it, finish, done, don't touch it anymore. You're going to add additional food. That's unnecessary and false in there. So that's the lesson. And you can see this 足 not only represent food, it represents this pacing, this good common sense of when to stop. And I find this family of threes, bottom of feet, a good representation of what food is. It's not only here in this picture, it's about food, it's about family relationship. All right, thank you for your time. See you another day.